the great rabbis of yesteryear. We're on the 18th of Kislev. Naturally, we call that Yud Chet Kislev in Hebrew, and it marks the Hilula of a really great rabbi from the great country of Tunisia. Back in the day, there was many great rabbis that came from Tunisia. Very much this symbolized Rabbi Matuk Hattab Z'tl. He actually came from great rabbinic heritage. His father's name was Rav Khalifa, and his mother's name was Rabbanit Mazala Hattab. They were really great people. He was born, I believe, in the year 1855 in the city, the island of Jerba, in Tunisia, respectively. And remember, we've spoken about Jerba on various occasions before, about what a great Torah community it had in of itself. Now, he actually learned Torah under great auspices of the famous Tunisian rabbi, Rabbi David Gisha, who we've mentioned about on various occasions before. He was learning in Jerba over there and became great in Torah, Yirat Shemaim in of itself. And very, very interesting. He would actually go to the area, to the city in of itself, of Ben Garadan, which we've spoken about on various occasions before, and write different Torah writings in of itself, and really, let's just say, teach very much a lot in Hebrew. That was the name of the place. And once he would actually enter over there, he would take on prominent positions. He would become a judge, a dayan, a darshan, a rabbi that gives great sermons in of itself, and a chazan also, shliach tzibur. And he was teaching Torah of the kehillah, of the congregation in of itself. There. So there was a specific time period in of itself where there was very, very interesting enough. Remember, we've spoken about Jerba before, and these various different places in Tunisia had a really great community at that point in time. It's actually interesting. There was a famous sage, Rav Nissim Idan was about. He was the author of a book called the Zait Ra'anan, which we've spoken about before. He also served with him in different positions at that point in time, prominent positions in that specific vicinity in itself. I recommend everyone. I think we did a video on Rabbi Nissim Idan, one stage in of itself. Matuk Hattab, he was very, very close to other Rabbanim at that on various occasions before. There was a great book called the Pnei Shaul, which I would recommend everyone to learn. I believe in the year 1915, it came out in Jerba, the first edition or first volume, let's say, of his book called Ora V'Simcha, which was, let's say, teachings with regards to the topic of Musar, self-improvement, midot improvement in of itself. And very interesting. More volumes will actually be printed out, I think, in the year 1922, if I'm not mistaken. Tafresh Pei Bet. It came out in Tunis, of all places. The second book called the Sason V'Yikar, a book on various different chidushim in of itself. And then it's actually interesting. Many great Torah teachings, many colossal works were taught, and he passed away, I believe, in the English year 1925. Would have been 70 years age of age at that point. He passed away on the 18th of Kislev. That's Yud Chet Kislev. That happened to be Parshat Vayishlach, which happens to be the Parsha at the moment. As you can see, at the moment, I'm actually recording this video as Shabbat is going to come in the next few minutes here in Bet Shemesh. So just before Shabbat comes in, I'm sharing some words over about the great Chacham. He had his third book that came out called the Chachma V'Musar. This actually came out, I believe, after he passed away in Jerba, I believe in the year 1942. This would have been 17 years after he passed away. He was a great rabbi. This siren coming on is just a sign that Shabbat is coming in the next few minutes over here in the city of Bet Shemesh. So we are a community here. We're learning about all the great rabbis of yesteryear. We've already covered about 60 rabbis from Tunisia over here. We spoke about the various different great families, including Rabbi Dan in of itself, Rabbi Machlufi Dan also we mentioned about in this video. But over here, this first time we're talking about the family Hattab, I believe, dedicating a video in of itself. He lived 70 years. Rabbi Matuk Hattab Z'tl. Wishing you all well. I'm wishing you all a Shabbat Shalom, and take care and blessings from Israel.